Hi, Lagos. A very good morning to you. It's time out with the radio goddess IDARA, and we say welcome. Yes, this is the program where we try as much as we can to bring in individuals, some organizations, whoever it is that is changing the narrative in their little corner of the world. Yes, we celebrate small wins, we celebrate big wins. However it is, we celebrate you. And yes, you can also be part of today's production. All you need to do is when the phone lines open, call me on 0704 700 3341 or 704 700 3341. Now, are you a mom? Yes, have you been stuck with maybe childbearing? You've been stuck with maybe of course your career, and then you keep asking yourself every time, have I actually achieved my purpose on earth? Am I really doing what I was sent here to do? Am I impacting lives the way that I should impact lives? Well, that's the essence of today's conversation, because we're going to help you reimagine your purpose, refocus if you have lost focus already, and then go back to doing what you love, because you were sent here to do exactly that. Well, this morning I have the delectable, someone who's very close to my heart, I must say, and someone I love for no reason at all, every reason. Of course, she is Hope Christopher, and she has been in the forefront for helping moms to rediscover themselves, reimagine their purpose, find out what they were put here for, and all of that. Good morning to you, Hope. Nice to have you here. You know, the kind of guest that I have, and I'll be excited. Yay! Okay, so of course, she is into our business also. She knows the rudiment of radio. So, of course, I'm talking to someone who knows. Well, Hope, without wasting time, let's start with asking. So, how did you decide, okay, so I need to help women reimagine their purpose, find themselves? At what stage in life did you get to that point?
Okay, thank you for having me.
Nice
so nice to see you. All right, so 2026, when I started my journey as a child protection advocate, I started working with children, and that also drew me to their moms. And one thing led to another. I began to notice that something is missing. It's not just about these women protecting their children any longer, but it's about this fulfillment. This fulfillment that is missing in their lives. This unsatisfaction, this yearning, this bleeding on themselves and bleeding on other people happening around them. So it wasn't a one-off destination. So gradually I started working with these women on child protection, and gradually I tell them that there is more to what you're doing than protecting your child. You know, you can still live your life, you can still live your purpose. And one thing led to another. We started building up systems, even though at first I didn't know where it was taking me to. I just knew that I want to put more smiles in the faces of these women. One of the faces of the women I put a smile to was that of my pastor's wife. And when I saw that it really, really worked, I was like, oh, before then I had other women. I was like, oh, this thing is really a loud cry in the world. Like, the people of the world need to come to that agreement that purpose needs to be fulfilled by every person. Yes. So childbearing shouldn't be an excuse. Marriage shouldn't be an excuse. Relocation shouldn't be an excuse. Rather, it should amplify your purpose and not reduce your purpose. So at that point, I found a need to start working with not just children this time, but also their mothers. Because if a mother is aware of her environment, if a mother is fulfilling purpose, she'll be able to come to that place of safeguarding her child.
Very true. Okay, now let's talk about, of course, I've seen firsthand most women after maybe childbirth, they begin to lose their self-worth. They begin to lose they begin to feel that this lack of self. They just find themselves like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'll spend the first 2 years taking care of a child, and then I don't know. So how do we help them discover themselves just beyond being called just mom? How do we get there?
Okay, like I would love to follow this process I usually use for every career mom. The place of clarity plays a big role. Like, clarity for me is king. Like, if you don't get to understand what you are called to do, I have seen several moms that after childbearing, they forgot about everything. They just move on with just taking care of their family members and feel their lives entitled to it, like their life is tied to it, like this is another purpose that they would have to live for the rest of their life and not do any other thing. So clarity is the first aspect. And the next one is having the three important set of people in your life, like I keep preaching: the dreamers, the realists, and the critics.
Now that's one thing I really would like to learn this morning. Like really. Okay, so these three basic people should be in our lives.
Yes, there should be, because for example, for me, I serve as these three persons for every career mom I come across with. Now, let me start with the dreamer aspect. I would help you see your dreams bigger. I could remember one of the clarity section I had with one of the career moms few years ago. She had this dream of owning a school and all of that. But by the time I came in with strategies and all of that, and she was able to see her future dreams like bigger, she became even more scared. She was like, I never believed this can be amplified to this extent. I am scared, but I want to try. So that's me being served as I am serving them as a dreamer. Then the realist is, okay, fine, we are done dreaming. Let's put it to work. Let's go into action. That's where many career moms are being stopped. Many of them have so many dreams. So many dreams lying under their pillow, written down, rusted. In short, someone else is living their dream. At some point in their life, when they see people living their dream, they become hungry. They become hungry. I was supposed to do that, but
I think I've seen instances like that. You just start beefing the person for
exactly,
no reason.
exactly. What actually stopped you from taking the ride? It took a whole lot of courage for that person to do that. So what is stopping you? So a realist would help you activate that courage. A realist would help you amplify the real you, amplify your purpose, make you see that, hey, it's enough dreaming. Let's put it into action. Let's put in execution. Execution is something that I see a whole lot of moms scared of doing. They have beautiful dreams, but execution, it actually have a low average. It has a low percentage in our present world, and that's why I'm on the mission. I have my team. We are on the mission to see that every career mom we come in contact with, we don't just tell them, hey, you can dream big. We'll put them into work and also help them create systems.
Now, when we talk about purpose, for an average person, even me sometimes, it seems like a big and intimidating word, purpose. but for an average woman, how do we help her reimagine her purpose in a practical, everyday way?
Okay, so purpose is your skill. Purpose is your talent. Purpose is that thing that people see you do selflessly, like you don't do it out of stress. You don't put much effort into it. Like one of the way I come to discover that I can be of a great help to moms is when they engage me in conversation. Like, you can't get into a conversation with me and you are left behind. I'll get involved in the conversation. In short, you'll be amazed that we'll discuss today, and the following day we are executing what we discuss. So I found that as purpose for me. It's a skill for me. So purpose is that vision, that talent that you have that no one else have. That thing you can easily do without stress. And when people come to pick your brain at, even for free, that's purpose. So by the time you start picking all of this together, it begins to make sense for you. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you are enjoying this conversation as I am this morning. Well, you can also be part of our conversation. All you need to do this morning is just call us up on 0704 700 3341, especially if you're a mom and you're asking yourself, what next? Where next? What should I be doing? Okay, where should I go with all that I think I have in me? Well, this is the program that you should be on this morning. Time Out with Idara. 0704 700 3341. My guest this morning, she knows what she's talking about. Of course, I know you know that already. Hope Christopher. She's helping us as moms reimagine purpose, find ourselves, and put our foot down and achieve what we're put here to do. Now, Let me come back to you. Now,
Okay.
we are in a digital world
Yeah.
right now. How can we, as women, yes, take advantage of technology and, of course, let it show in our skills, in our career, in almost every part of our lives, as it were.
Okay, so I'll bring you back to the three important persons you should have in your life, because they are the fundamentals. For example, if you have the realist in your life, a realist will guide you through what you should do. A realist will be the one, will be an accountability partner for you. A realist will be the one that would always switch you on and trigger those beautiful effects of yours to make sure that you do those things. And now sometimes and many times moms are not tech savvy, and that's okay, but it's really not an excuse why you shouldn't be heard out there. It's not an excuse why you shouldn't fulfill purpose. It's not an excuse why you shouldn't solve a problem, because every human out there was actually created to solve a problem and not being a liability. Okay, so for moms to take advantage of the tech, the present tech, is identify who is with you, who is for you and not against you. Because in a world that is so distracting right now, we have people that want to pull you down by their words because they feel they will not reach that extent of comparing themselves with you, because they want all of you to be in the same level. They want to limit you at one certain point. So get to know who is for you. By the time you know who is for you, you'll be able to identify who would help you grow. The tech space is a very large space. There are many things to do out there. For me, I prioritize social media for my own visibility, for my own company's growth. And for the past 5 to 6 years, it has been of a great help to me. So you can be tech exposed and you're not doing anything about it. And you can be tech exposed, but you're doing something to help you navigate towards actualizing your purpose.
Very, very, very interesting conversation, I must tell you, this morning. But then I always like to think about an average mom. A mom who probably is in between. She
Yeah.
is a career mom, she's a mom, and all of that. So I would like to ask the question that I'm sure she would want to ask this morning, and which a lot of moms are asking, the place of balance. How do we balance the home front, our careers, and still shining, making, of course, our purpose come out in one piece?
Okay, so the answer is one: support system. You can't build alone. You can't be a loner. You can't afford to be a loner in a distracting world. The world is so noisy, so busy, and so many things is actually happening at the same time. So support system would help you. Now, for example, you're driving and you're listening to maybe an audiobook. You're also fulfilling purpose in that way. You're learning something. But you can also be driving and your thought is driven somewhere else that is negatively. Do you get? So for every career mom out there, understand that support system are very much important in today's world. Why do you need a support system? Now you need a support system to help you navigate through the tech aspect of your purpose. You need a support system to help you bridge responsibilities, like prioritize responsibilities. Like I said, you cannot do it alone. So don't be a loner. Come out there, get help, ask for help, especially for those that are going your way. Because if you ask for help from those that are not going your way, you get mixed up. You get mixed up in the crowd. And when you're mixed up in the crowd, you're not found, you're not identified, you can't solve a problem.
Okay, let's talk about rebranding for moms now.
Yeah.
Now, what role does self awareness, confidence play in rebranding for moms,
Okay,
especially
so
in the journey?
yeah, okay, so I will use myself as example. Before I start working for moms, I first of all found myself, because I can't preach what I don't have. I can't preach what I don't practice. So the place of self-discovery, self-awareness plays a bigger role in this whole space. There is actually a no. If you don't understand you can't fulfill purpose. You can't come to the place of execution. You can't automate any system. You can't create structures. So rebranding, the first aspect of rebranding is clarity. And clarity draws us to self-awareness. And self-awareness brings us closer to purpose. Because when you are aware of yourself, of course, you know what to do. You know who to, even though you don't have a complete clear of what you want to do, but you have an idea of what you are called to do.
Very interesting. Okay, Lagos, we are still waiting for your calls this morning. 0704 700 3341. Yes, we are helping moms reimagine purpose, find themselves this morning. And my guest, I hope Christopher is doing justice to that topic this morning. All you need to do is call me. If the phone lines are hard for you to get, you can send me a message on WhatsApp 0813 331 3172 0813 331 3172. That's not success story. Someone who, of course, was trying to find themselves and then they met you and everything turned around. We always like to hear that success story. So at least give us one.
Oh, I have
know you
a
have
whole
several.
lot.
Yeah.
I have a whole lot. I'm actually thinking of what to pick right now or who to pick. Oh, I have a whole lot. Is it when a mom will finish writing a book? Like a mom she will just be clueless on, I want to have a book. And I'll say, just give me the topic. And the next thing is we start communicating and the book under weeks is written. It is their book. It is their story. I just help them put it into written. So I've come to a place where it falls under different amazing emotions for me. Is it when mom just launched her course? Is it when mom just launched her brand, her books, they did their first program, it went successful, they host their live programs? Like, I see myself as a great push for every mom. And positively, some of them will say, avoid hope if you're not ready.
I can imagine.
Because I won't allow you sleep until that is achieved. I understand your rest is important, right? But I would help you prioritize your rest, at the same time help you manage your time. So there have been so many stories. Okay, so let me pin it down to one. I had a client early 2 years ago that I have about 5 books in her head to write, and there's actually no way she could write the book. So she came to me and the magic happened. We wrote everything into print, and today she's an author of over 5 books.
Oh, wow.
She have her courses. She's well branded. So just imagine how that feels. Once upon a time you never had such before, and all of a sudden you are in aligned with that.
You never thought something like that never happened to you. I think I've been there. That's why I can tell you for free how it feels.
So that's a lot for moms to come out there and rebrand themselves. Yeah, if you're a mom, you're listening to me out there, you have more in you. Do not die with it. There is a legacy you must leave. Your footprints must be on this earth. And that starts with what you have to offer. What do you have to offer? Make yourself productive on a daily basis. Like I always say, find a support team and get along with it.
And that support team, I think, is the cocoa of all this
Seriously?
Okay, so find a support team. But I must ask on a very light note, what is that myth that you've heard about career moms over the years that every time you think about it, it just makes you laugh?
Okay, one of the myths that makes me laugh is moms are meant to stay at home and take care of the family alone, or just give birth, take care of families. So when growing up, I always have this mindset that my own will be different. I didn't know I was going to work with moms, but I just knew that I can't afford to live like this, please. I need to be different. There's something in me that cries to be different, right? So I'm sure that's where that hunger actually birthed all of this I'm doing with career moms today.
Now, if you were to give moms this morning a purple starter pack, for you, what are the 3 things you would put in it? Okay.
The first is acceptance. You just have to accept you. Who are you?
And
the second is preparation. When you don't prepare for your journey, you get lost. So you have to prepare. And preparation means learning, being teachable, taking courses, reading. In short, when I started, I usually say there is no excuse to how far you can go. When I started, I didn't have enough money to take the courses I always envisioned to take. But what I did was, the YouTube was a school for me. The Google was a school for me. Social media, like the mentors I follow, their dashboard were schools for me. So I took that to learn. I started from being a graphic designer. Like, if you see my design back in those days, so not beautiful, but compared to doing it consistently for 5 years, there's a big difference today. So the first is the second is preparation, and the third is execution. While you prepare, please execute. That's another stalker for career mom. While you prepare, please execute. You might not look it, but just go ahead with it.
Now, well, while we wrap up this morning, let me ask this question. Now, for a mom who's listening to us this morning and then she feels stuck and she is asking herself, what do I do? What do I do? What would be your advice for her to reimagine purpose and shine brighter?
Okay, so like you said, supportive team is something, because you can be asking this question for years and not get answered. Not get answers if you're not with the right set of people, if you don't have the right knowledge. So get in touch with someone that can help you at distance of your life. Get in touch with someone that can help you. Be cry out for it, like shout out for it. Reach out to a system that understands your journey. So when you reach out to a system that understands your journey, it makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for you. You begin to create products. You begin to create stuff for yourself, and you'll be amazed. And let me shock you, my first book that I wrote it with an Android phone that is bad, to see how we don't really need to give excuses. We don't need to give excuses. And I launched the first book I launched it as an e-copy. It was a WhatsApp book launch, and it went beautiful. So wherever you're starting from, just start from there. As far as you have someone and holding you, you're good to go.
I love that already. Well, I must say a big thank you to you, Hope, for
You're
coming on the show. Really, always, really nice. And I always learn one or two things every time we sit together to have conversations. Now, okay, so I must say you'll be coming again another time, because of course more moms need to get this message and get it very, very well. So I must say thank you at this point. We're wrapping up the show. So of course, just one thing for one listener this morning, whether a mom, whether a dad, someone who needs to hear something from you this morning.
A lot. Okay, so don't give up. Don't give hope. And always keep running with your purpose. Lastly, do not be a runner. Do not be a loner. Yes, you don't want to live alone. Do not be a loner. Run with the right set of people. I'll be intentional about it.
I love that. Don't be a loner. Of course, always run. Look for people that you will help you. They share the same vision with you. I'm very sure share the same dreams with you, and run with them. I think I learned that this year, and I learned it the hard way after going alone many years, going round, and at the end of the day, yes, I think I do agree. Don't go life alone. Don't try it. You will walk, but you will not go far. That's the truth of it. So network as much as you can with the right people who share the same thought patterns with you, and do you all the time. Well, I must say a big thank you to you. Yes, my guest. I don't know why the calls didn't coming this morning, but I'm assuming the network after the rains, but not to worry. We'll be here again next week, Saturday, with another interesting guest, and we urge you to join me on Time Out with the Radio Goddess IDARA-MEDIA. For now, I'll be dropping anchor on the show, but you can still stay with us right here on Radio 103.5 FM, your news, talk and sports station. Thank you so much, Hope, again.
Thank you.
Vidi, always really nice to speak with you.
Thank you.